Alrighty, guys, we are back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have Wack 100 telling Adam 22 he has information about Drake that could potentially end his career, saying that if he doesn't want to end up in handcuffs, he should probably disassociate himself from top 5 or he's going to be the end of him. Yeah, man, top 5 being the top crash dummy on the planet. A so-called rapper that hasn't been able to get honestly any motion through his music, so he's resorting to clout chasing off of some wild comments and honestly some crazy allegations, including some people alleging that he has something to do with the hit over at the Weeknd's place over the summer. And if these things are true, these are definitely things that are going to implicate Drake and yeah, potentially get him that RICO that has been running rampant through the industry over the last few years. And honestly, for a guy that just lucked out of doing a very long prison sentence for some heinous charges, it's probably not the smartest thing to implicate yourself on film threatening people. Because God forbid something does happen, man, you're going to be the first person they look at. And honestly, with your prior history, most people are going to tend to believe that you had something to do with it. And if I were to put like my tinfoil hat on, it wouldn't surprise me if the guy was like some type of federal informant. The way he's so openly and so brazenly talking about all this stuff, like he has some type of immunity, is crazy. Clout is a hell of a drug, and I'm not surprised to like the length some people would go to achieve some type of fame. But if any of the stuff he's been saying or that people have been saying about him have any credence, man, don't think that the feds aren't looking into all this stuff and potentially serving Drake or RICO in the near future. Who knows? This year has been crazy. Honestly, the last few years has been crazy because the government has definitely been passing around these RICOs left and right. And honestly, if it gets to that point, they pretty much have you dead to rights. They have like a 95+ conviction rate, and that's because they do their due diligence for years. And if they're indicting you, it's because they have you. And they're just going to use those next few months up until the trial, just dig up more information because now that you're gone, people are probably more likely to talk. People severely underestimate like the intelligence of law enforcement. There's like full task forces. There's been hip hop police since the 90s. And honestly, these type of cases like make careers. A lot of these prosecutors have political aspirations, and having these type of cases under your belt obviously come with clout. Most of these politicians want clout just as bad as some of these rappers, and honestly as much as probably a good portion of the general population. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video. Again, we have Wack 100 telling Adam 22 he has information about Drake that could potentially end his career, saying that if he doesn't want to end up in handcuffs, he should probably disassociate himself from top 5 or he's going to be the end of him.
This has been in existence about 90 days, and I have made sure it hasn't went anywhere, personally. I think you know what I'm talking about. That dude with his mouth and the things he say does not support your career and how far you come. I'm telling you as a brother.
Yo, fam, the seriousness in his tone is all I need to hear. I think he could potentially have this information. Either that or he's an amazing actor. And if he has it, imagine who else may have this. And even with all the L's Drake has had this year, this L would definitely be the biggest to date. Potentially him losing his freedom.
This is how much I got respect for you.
That's the red button.
And if you have something here, I'm gonna let you plug into it and look at it when we're done.
What is it?
You're gonna see how much.
This dude got a USB of some very damning stuff, obviously, man. But the fact that he's talking about it is probably making a lot of feds interested to see of what you have on there.
Get the fuck away from top 5, bro. Y'all world, remember, I'm warning Drake. He's gonna have you hemmed up, caught up, and cuffed up. Dude is reckless with his mouth. He ties you to things, and he's a dumbass. This is how much respect I got for you.
But not enough respect to not taunt him with it on a podcast.
Not taunting with it. I'm just...
Honestly, this is all the feds really need to hear to go on with an investigation. If you guys remember, there was that bodyguard that was shot over at the Weeknd's house. And while Wack is giving him a warning, guys, the feds have access to the same internet we have. Like I said, there is task forces dissecting all this stuff. So when you have top 5 making all the connections for them, don't expect them to not capitalize on the layup he's giving them and go forward with some type of investigation. Because like I said, a lot of these people do chase these big name cases. And honestly, right now, is there too many names bigger than Drake at this point?
Just letting him know.
What category might that fall into? Is it embarrassing sexual material? Is it someone being beaten
illegal activities?
In the streets? Is it what could it be?
You can't be tied to
some kind of confession.
You can't be tied to somebody, bro, that continuously wants to say they're tied to you. Bro, you seen him the other day? He said, yo, I want to kill 2 people. Kendrick Lamar being one of them.
Right.
Right? You can't, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that.
It's kind of funny.
No, that shit ain't funny because...
I mean, it's funny because you know he's not...
No,
he's not going to do that,
No,
right?
we don't know because he proclaims to be a thug, a street motherfucker.
Right.
This is what he proclaims to be. So, you know, so Lord forbid Kendrick goes up there to his sold-out show in Toronto, right?
You can't kill Dot.
Well, the first person that people are going to look at is going to be the person that has been threatening him this whole time, obviously top 5. So if God forbid that were to happen or any type of violence goes down, the first door they're going to be knocking is going to be top 5s. And with him constantly proclaiming his link to Drake and OVO, obviously it's something that would fall under the Organized Crime Act, which is obviously what the RICO is. And if they're able to tie some type of money back to him or one of his companies, man, they got you. And right now, Drake really doesn't have too much good equity with like the big corporations that would have a vested interest in keeping him out. With him suing Universal, what's saying that they don't go out and put some type of information out there that could jeopardize his freedom or at the very least paint him in even a worse light than he already is?
Wait, and something happens.
He's going to take claim.
Drake, you might as well have done it.
Yeah.
Niggas is on your line. Dude does and says too much shit. He's a dummy. When you see what's on this drive right here, he's a fucking dummy. Stupid dummy. I promise you, Drake, I swear
I wonder if it's like screenshots of conversations or audio messages.
to God, bro, get rid of this dude. Right? You can't say or do things, bro, around and be tied to somebody like that and think it's cool.
He's definitely probably the most mixy person that we've really seen
But
Drake
he's a
around,
buster.
period.
Yeah.
We seen him get mushed and kicked in his ass.
For Drake to keep wanting to associate with this guy, maybe Top does have some type of information on something that Drake has done. Or maybe Drake did allegedly like commission Top 5 to do something illegal. Because anyone else would cut that dude out of their life completely, man. Because it's not worth it. At the end of the day, from what I've been hearing, the guy isn't even really respected in his own city. He's kind of looked on as a goofball, you know what I mean? So that really doesn't get you too much street clout. So what's the point of even having him around?
This is a fact. It's
But
on the internet.
that's his villain origin story. That's how he became a hitter.
No, we seen this dude get mushed and kicked in the ass. And he goes up there and says, Drake brought me to watch for 200. I kill a motherfucker over Drake. I got this, I got that. He doing way out stupid ass shit on cameras, on people's private cameras, talking about in the name of this, he'll do this, he'll do that.
That's
One
what he
day
got.
Look, I don't know. I'm starting to think he got something on Drake.
Like I said earlier, because who else would want to keep associating themselves with somebody that goes on live and just incriminates not only himself, but you?
I think Drake just likes being associated with the boogeymen in his own city.
What?
I mean, he talks about himself like he's this crazy killer.
How many times have we seen this
Like a
story?
mob boss.
What story?
People that's associated with the boogeyman in their city. What is it?
I mean, a recent example would be somebody like 6ix9ine, who really had no connection to them at all until the Gummo music video. And after that, they got into what they thought was like a mutually beneficial relationship that they were both eating off of.
lead to?
But this is different because I don't think Drake's got a real hands-on connection with him. I don't think Drake's ordering bodies through Top 5.
He may know
This right here.
Oh,
of another incident.
the way you're dangling that thing at me, you're trying to really freak me out here.
Watch this.
It's like in Prison Break or any of these other Fox like TV shows. I'm pretty sure Wack's phone has been blowing up since this aired.
Uh-oh.
Watch this.
Watch this.
Okay.
No, watch this.
Who are we calling?
Hello.
Babe,
Hold it right.
that hard drive that's on my keychain, what artists have I been keeping safe, keeping that on me?
Drake.
Is there a dumb, stupid motherfucker on there that can have him twisted?
Top 5.
Absolutely.
Have I not been single-handedly? How many people didn't call me and I told them, nah, can't happen?
A lot.
But that only goes so far. Your reputation only goes so far. You asking for these favors only goes so far. All it takes is for one person to want that clout by dropping this type of info. So even if Wack is safeguarding it, man, if he has it, I'm pretty sure this information is on a few other hard drives as well.
All right, babe.
CDE wants this material?
They don't know I have it.
Ooh,
Well,
what
we
if
all
they
know
ask
now.
They're not. They ain't them type of people.
for it? Okay. Who's asking for it?
Listen, man. Drake, I fuck with you. When 200,000 came up missing from your crib, I made some calls. It come back. You showed us mad love, me and Game. So this ain't about none of that. I'm telling you, as a brother, get the fuck away from that top 5 dude. When I see you in person, I'm gonna put it in your hands. Get away from that dude, man.
Pause.
Wow.
Honestly, this is probably as serious as I've ever heard Wack speak. He seems to potentially really have some type of damning information on it that could potentially lead to Drake in handcuffs. Yeah, man, Top 5 has been a supreme crash dummy, a supreme chatty patty, and I believe he has to have something on Drake because the fact that this guy hasn't cut ties after the numerous crash outs is honestly mind-boggling. And I gotta believe that if Wack has his information, obviously some other people are privy to the same information as well. And I'm sure the feds are going to be pretty interested in seeing what's on these hard drives. I think the last thing you want to do if you're trying to keep something a secret is to go and broadcast it on a huge platform like No Jumper. But I guess all in the name of content. And like I said earlier in the video, while Drake has suffered a string of L's, this could very well be the biggest L. Potentially him being let out in handcuffs. But yeah, man, cut ties, but it does seem that Top 5 has some type of information on him. But Wack did seem dead serious. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think he could potentially have some type of damning information? Who knows, man? Like I said, they've been handing out RICOs left and right. So this is definitely going to pique the interest of a lot of people that are going to want to see what's on that hard drive. And I'm pretty sure other people probably have access to this information. With Top 5 being such a chatty patty, would it really shock you if a bunch of people had him talking crazy on their phones? I don't think so. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. Guys, we're so close to 5K, and I really want to thank you guys for making this channel a part of your day. Honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, the channel wouldn't be on the trajectory it is. We're already over 5 times past the goal I had originally set out as far as subscriber count. And honestly, all the love and support you guys show on a daily is freaking amazing. And reading all the comments is definitely one of the biggest factors in me making these videos because you guys always bring up some awesome points. So I'm definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say on this situation. Hope you guys love the video, and I hope to see you guys soon. That Drake, man, you keep messing with that dude, he gonna cook you even further than you've been cooking yourself.